Good evening, everyone. This is Master Coach A coming in live from Tika Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines with Global Rich. We're coming in from PC Compound, Pioneer Center Compound, along Pioneer Road, Corner Reliance, Corner Brixton and United Streets from the city of Pasig. This is Capitolio area. So if you're watching right now and this is the first time we're getting to know each other, I am Master Coach A. I'm a certified life coach. I help people make a difference, monetize their talent, and live their desired lifestyle through the platform of life coaching. I represent the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And I do certification program face-to-face for all of you who wanted to dive into the profession of life coaching. I believe this certification is one of the most responsible way to kick off in the profession. So if you are one person who wants to make a difference, you are one person who wants to monetize your talent of helping people, if you are one person who wants to live a desired lifestyle, helping people, having a free hand on your time and having control of the way things are going in your life, and you want to do the same by helping other people, I invite you to take on and take a look at the life coaching profession. Our certification for the month of March is being postponed because of the situation of the COVID-19, but we will resume on April 27 and 28. Yes. So for all our students, okay, for the March certification classes, okay, I'll see you on April. Now, yes, we're still coming in live from DCAP Coffee Republic. This is a coaching hub. We are operating 24/7. We are up all night, and by the grace of God, we're still able to operate this center. We're still able to operate this hub for those of you who needs a physical connection in this moment of crisis, global pandemic. We do not invite and we do not really encourage, okay, we do not encourage people to come over if it is not it is not your need to come over. So it's just like people don't recommend that you go to the hospital if you don't need to. So we are functioning right now in a different format. So most of the things that we do in the coffee shop right now, actually we don't have really people, we don't really have much guests, but although we welcome guests if you are in the area and if you wanna come over and have some coffee, you're welcome. We're able to serve you, but we're operating on a skeletal workforce. So like the only person in the barista and pastry is Coach Clint and Coach Janet. So yan, pinagtutulungan po nila yan 24/7. And the rest of the coaches in the house would have Coach Rizel, Coach Rog, Coach Candy. Okay, mga taong bahay po natin, si Coach Orvin, okay, si Coach Tin at si Coach Sean. Ayan, palakpakan po natin sila. They're actually in the place, naka-quarantine din po sila. Okay, so naka-community, naka-community for those of you asking, hindi po ba kami nagka-quarantine? Naka-community quarantine din po sila. Hindi rin po sila lumalabas. Okay, so the only person that's like able to come in, on and off, yung lumalabas po is si Coach A. Okay, so we don't really get into interacts with other people because from our home, diretso lang dito. So ganun lang yung strategy namin. Wala po kaming ibang taong nakikita. So kami lang po talaga, my husband, okay, me, my daughter, si Allen. So kami lang po talaga yan. So the rest of the people is almost in quarantine here. So nandito lang sila. Meron pa daw po pala si Liam, our poodle. So wala na pong iba. So, we do not encourage you to come over if it is gonna compromise your safety. So if you are in the locations when you are not able to move, and if you are doing very well at your respective homes right now, if you are doing very well in your respective residences and you're bonding and you're making yourself very productive working from home, stay at home, okay? So we will continue to deliver service, we will continue to be here, and if you need coaching services on online, virtual, okay, then we're able to help, we will be there, and you are also able to see a lot of FB Lives, okay, brought to you by our certified life coaches. Maraming salamat, okay, for keeping up. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you. And for all the change agents that really coming up, doing their lives respectively. So marami po tayong change agents that really coming in live, doing FB Live, doing talks, sharing their points of view, and really not just keeping their sanity, but helping other people to remain sane in this season. Okay? So let's stay safe, let's stay healthy, let's stay insanely sane. Okay, we are insanely sane kasi dapat this is the time that we really push, we will really have to fight not only to be away from COVID, but also to fight for our sanity, to fight for our sanity. Tatlong beses ko na pong inulit, ibig pong sabihin yan. Okay, if we go on a moment of stress, high stress level, okay, kung kayo ay sobrang stress ngayon, that is hurting your immune system. So, alam po natin na with any other sickness, ang talagang pong kailangan ay matibay ang inyong immune system, and one of, okay, the top ranking. So, if you visit Coach A coaching community, nag-post po ako doon ng 7 things that hurts your immune system. Top on the list na stressor would be the stressed. Ang pinaka talaga pong nagko-compromise ng inyong immune system is your stress trigger. So, I am really encouraging everyone to remain insanely sane. Okay, do whatever it takes for you to remain calm. Okay, for you to remain in a state of focus, in a state wherein you're able to respond appropriately to the present condition of time. Coach Mike, hello! Okay, so Coach Mike is doing 4th day na ba? Si Coach Mike, Coach Nina, and Coach Joy is doing this is your 4th day, Coach Mike, right? So, Lava Lockdown, okay, they'll be doing this FB Live every 7 o'clock every day, and the commitment of Master Coach Mike, together with Coach Nina and Coach Joy, is to do this until the lockdown is over. So, you can watch this on the respective pages, but you can also catch them on Live Coach Philippines. Okay, so, tonight, our topic is, okay, we are on a 3rd week of our Chicken Soup series. Okay, so Chicken Soup series, and this is our 3rd in a series, okay, and that is actually based on the coaching-based, okay, intervention program for mental health, okay. So, when I prepared for my talk, for my series this March, I have no idea of the COVID-19, right? I have exactly no idea why it would be necessary or needing, but I just felt that this is a high time for everyone to be mindful of their mental fitness. So, when I was, Coach Faye, okay, all the way from Tacloban. Hello, Coach Faye. I miss you, sister. So, when I was preparing for the March series, I just felt in my spirit, okay, so this is Coaching for the Soul. By the way, if you are new to our online talk, if you are new to my coaching online, I do every Tuesday and every Thursday. So this is Strengthening Thursday, and I do Coaching for the Soul. So Coaching for the Soul is typically where I talk about things that will strengthen, re-energize, reconnect, and recalibrate the things that you do to strengthen you internally. Okay, yung soul po natin, yun po talaga yung ginagawa natin every Thursday. And so for the month of March, I felt that I wanted to share with you, okay, our coaching-based intervention program for mental fitness, okay? So for those of you who've been our client, you've been in the coffee shop, you know very well that we are doing mental wellness talk every Saturday, 5 p.m., and that is being handled by Coach Candy Teng. Okay, Coach Candy Teng, by the way, is a product of this program. So she would be one person who can really speak to you about the program. So if you are interested to go through the program of mental fitness, okay, so we are not only talking to people who are mentally sick, like mentally diagnosed of any sickness, even if you are feeling that there are mental challenges right now that you want to deal, especially in this season where everybody is in panic, everybody is facing uncertainty, people are not sure of how tomorrow will be, okay? And you are being challenged mentally. So I believe that the coaching-based intervention program for mental fitness is something that would benefit all of you. So going back, this is a series that we've started 2 weeks ago. So we've started with physical energy, and then last week we talked about mental energy, and tonight we're going to be talking about spiritual energy. Okay, so why Chicken Soup series? Because I'm not sure if you're familiar. Previously, many years back, no? Bata pa ako noon. There was a book series that's called Chicken Soup for the Soul. Natatandaan niyo ba yon? Chicken Soup for the Soul, Parents Edition. Di ba? May ganun, iba-iba siyang edition. And if you research why chicken soup, because it was believed, okay, we believe that chicken soup is something that is being offered by parents, lalo na sa mga mommy kapag may sakit ang anak. So, okay? So, it is believed, okay, na kapag may sakit ang anak sa bahay, okay, we serve chicken soup. Coach Pastor Alan, good evening, coaches. Okay, so, nasaan po kayo, Pastor Alan? We miss you on floor. Ayan. Nagparamdam po kayo. I miss you, Pastor Alan. Okay. So, we believe that chicken soup, okay, sabi po nila chicken soup because number one, mainit siya, because the way you boil it, yung broth niya will cure any sickness. So yan po yung paniniwala. So the reason why I'm taking off from there is because I believe that if we handle our energy, okay, if we handle our energy in 4 spectrum, in 4 areas, meaning from physical to mental to spiritual and to emotional, we will be able to stay fit, especially in this season of global pandemic, in this season when everybody is really being challenged. So, before I continue, if you are joining us from any parts of the world, any parts of the country, could you please give me a comment in there and tell me where you're coming from and tell me, okay, tell us how are you doing. Okay, Master Coach Jasmine, good evening daw. Coach Lauren, hi Coach, we miss you. Okay, so please drop us a moment in there. Okay, hi, ayan, okay. Yan talaga tayo eh. Okay. So, give us a moment. When I say give us a moment, tell us exactly what's happening in your space right now. Okay? Tell us how are you doing? How's your family? What's keeping you busy? What are the changes that you have done so far for the last 4 days, okay, that you are on a lockdown, you are on a community quarantine. Also, if there are special messages, okay, that you want to share, if there are special prayer that you want us to air, please do so. I want to take this moment, okay, before I greet my on-floor guests, I want to take this moment, okay, to ask everyone, okay, we posted it in Coach A community, okay, and Coach A coaching page. Our dear sister, Cathy Contravida, nawawala po yung kanyang kapatid. Okay, the brother is a PWD. Okay, Coach K, okay, insanely great. Okay, magandang gabi, fellow Kapuas daw, coming all the way from Region 8. Okay, so we posted the picture of the brother of Cathy Contravida. She's a church member, a friend from the church way back, and the brother is a PWD person. Nawala po siya few days back at hindi na po makita sa camera kung nasaan siya, but naglalakad po ito at hindi din nakakapagsalita ng mabuti. So, if you would have the heart, please check the Coach A Coaching community page. We posted it there, and if you could help to find this man, okay? Sige po. And then for those of you sending prayers to us, you can continue to send prayers to Coach Rizel, 0917-586-1661, or you may want to send it directly to me. So doon po sa mga nagme-message kay Coach A, kay Life Coach Philippines, sometimes po mas may delay dyan because that's a page. Mas madali po kaming ma-reach if you would message us in our personal IM, sa aming mga personal messenger. So mine is Adet Purto, Coach Rizel Sanchez, Ken Diteng. Okay, so mas madali po kami, Tin Dihoya, tama ba? Sean Dihoya, yon. So mas madali po kaming ma-message directly doon sa aming mga personal accounts. So, but if you are messaging us through our pages and through our groups, sumasagot din po kami, but sometimes you would encounter some delay because nga mas ang nagiging priority po natin is na doon sa mga personal messages. Okay, so moving on, why talk about spiritual energy if you talk about mental health? Naisip nyo na ba yun? On floor guests, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Yay! Thank you for coming, okay? Stay safe, okay? So, ingatan po natin ang ating social distancing, okay? And keep those alcohol, okay? Yung sanitizer na yan in place, okay? Let's keep ourselves very, sanitize, okay? Tapos yung tanong, sanitize daw ang katawan, paano daw ang puso? Ay, oo, yun yung tanong. Diba yung tanong ko nga kanina, I have a post, diba? Virus-free ba ang yung mga relationships? You know what? Before I proceed with my topic, I just want to say this, okay? We are now on national, okay, nationwide to me, it's a nationwide community quarantine. Kasi kahit po hindi naman, kahit Luzon pa lang yan, I think there are other parts of the country na sila mismo nagka-quarantine na sila. Sila mismo kahit wala pang order ng presidente, nagka-quarantine na din sila. Okay? So I believe it's, the whole nation is already affected and somehow, somewhere, we are already practicing this, okay, community quarantine. Okay? But what I believe on, okay, this is just me, okay? We are physically disconnected, but we need not be emotionally disconnected as well. All right, so I got it, okay, that because of the sudden change, okay, the abrupt changes on the way we do things, medyo may gulat factor pa tayo, medyo nayanig po tayo, and most of the time our response is to be quiet, our response is to isolate ourselves, our response is ako muna, okay? I got it, I understand it, but I really encourage you, do not to stay in that space for the longest time. You will not be able to keep the sanity if you do so. So, yes, we are physically disconnected. We are physically, hello Coach Ellen, okay, Coach Mike, hello daw coaches, sabi ng ating Coach Ellen and Coach Mike. Alright, so we might be, at this moment in time, we are physically restrained. We cannot be together, we cannot see each other face to face, okay? And talaga po may difficulty sa ating mga movements, which is okay, because now as you stay home, okay, there are things na you can do that normally we cannot do. Okay, ano ba yung mga ginagawa natin sa bahay? You're able to do general cleaning, although kung tulala ka pa, hindi ka pa pwede mag-general cleaning kasi nakatutig ka lang doon sa mga alikabok, okay? I don't know if you can connect with me, di ba? Hindi ka pa makagalaw eh. Normally, mga 72, mga 1 week yan. Medyo pumuporma ka muna, di ba? Parang, ay, di ba? Kasi sabi nung iba, bago ka daw maglinis, mag-inventaryo ka muna ng kung may kakainin ka. Connecting, di ba? So, kanya-kanya po yung priorities, but I believe after 1 week, magsisettle down na po yan. Okay, so medyo nakapagplano na tayo, and with us, we wanna take this moment, okay, to give you not just positive or good vibes, but what we wanna do is to be able to journey with you during this difficult moment. Okay, so I just remember, I was having a conversation with Coach Tin, yung mga coaches po natin kanina dito before I go live, okay? And I kind of thinking, for those people who's asking, bakit hindi kami sumusunod, bakit hindi kami nagko-community kumarito, bakit hindi namin ginagawa yung mga ginagawa ng ibang tao? I have this response, okay? I think the difference is, I don't have a boss, and I am the boss. I am the chairman of the board. I am the CEO of this company. And so, it is my response, okay? It is my call shot, how I wanted to respond in this trying time, and how I want to serve my tribe and my community. And what you can be assured is the way we're responding right now is we've got clearance. We're doing this in accordance with the law. Okay, now, I don't want to argue with you with all the laws, okay? But what I'm saying is that, why, I want to take it from this perspective. Why is it that hindi ka galit kapag namamasada pa rin si mamang tricycle? Kasi kailangan mo ng sasakyan. Bakit hindi ka apektado kapag may bumabiyahe pa rin public transport at kailangan mong sumakay? Kasi kailangan mo sila. Are you getting this? You want people to shut down because you don't see their value and you don't see the need for them to be operational. And I get it, okay? In my case, in my point as the CEO and the chairman of the board, we've got builders, we've got investors. My stand right now, wala pa naman, by the way, nagpapasalamat po ako sa lahat ng investors namin, sa lahat po ng aming mga kasama, sa mga builders po namin. Wala pa namang tumatawag at nagsasabi, Chairman, magsara ka. Wala pa naman. So maraming salamat for trusting me. Si Coach Candy Teng at kanyang daddy nandito lang couple of days ago. So maraming salamat and trust me, okay, as you trusted to build this company with me, I know exactly what I'm doing, okay? And trust me, we'll come out stronger than this. Yeah. So, if you don't need our service, beautiful, okay? If you don't see the value why we're operating, it's okay, I respect you, okay? But, trust me, I know who am I serving. And we're serving a lot of people. So, if you're one person na hindi mo pa kailangan ng mental sanity at this moment in time, Coach Fiery, hello! Kung hindi mo pa kailangan ng help to keep your sanity, mabuti, grateful. But trust me, time will come, you will need us, and you will be grateful that we are still operational po. Okay, you wanna help us? Okay, even if you're not coming, we would appreciate, keep us in prayer. Okay, so yun lang po talaga yun. Alright, so, let's continue for tonight. Magandang gabi, coaches and guests. Okay, Dimans! Okay, meron taga Horizon dito, ang tapang. Okay, thank you. Tuwang-tuwa talaga kami. Okay, so nakikita nila kayo sa background. Thank you so much. Okay, if it is not safe for you to come over, you don't need to come over. Just, okay, do me a favor for those people who are needing right now a physical connections or even a virtual coaching service, know that we are existing, we are operating, we are up 24/7, we are up all night. So for those of you na kailangan po ng serbisyo, now, papapasukin po ba kayo sa compound? Yes, okay. Pag pumasok po kayo sa compound ng PC, sabihin lang po ninyo na di ka, papapasukin po nila kayo. That's to make you know, okay, that we are operating legally. So alam po, para lang po yung hindi nyo napasara yung mga ospital, no? Yung hindi po ninyo napasara yung mga butika, ganun din po yan, okay? So, I don't want to argue with you why we are operational, but if this is the season that we cannot serve you, it's okay, but trust me, we know exactly why we're still operational. And we thank the God we serve for allowing us to serve. So maraming salamat sa lahat po ng sumusuporta at sa lahat po ng natatamaan. Trust me, I love you all. Mahal ko pa rin po kayo at pag kinailangan po ninyo ng serbisyo namin, nandito po kami. Okay, nandito lang kami, okay? We're reaching out and by the way, we are doing a series of interviews with all the change agents out there. So if you are a certified life coach by the Institute, even if you're coming from other institute, please get in touch with us, 0917-586-1661. We want to put you on air. We want to help you bring out the message that coming from you. So kung gusto po ninyo to be able to air, you're gonna be able to have the opportunity to share yung mga coaching programs po ninyo. If you wanna invite people to join you in this season, or maybe share us, no? Si Coach Mohammed Tanjir from Bangladesh, okay, is gonna be online 3:30, Coach? 4:30 this AM. Okay, we're also getting in touch with Coach Padre Dindo from Brazil. He will be online tomorrow. We've got Coach Marife mamaya pong 12 midnight, and we've got a lot of other coaches going online. So, all right, moving on. Okay, when you talk about spiritual energy, what comes to your mind? Gusto ko to kanina, I asked my on-floor guest. So if you're watching, okay, can you give me a comment in there when you hear the word spiritual energy, what comes to your mind? Okay, so maganda yung mga sagot dito eh, yung mga pag spiritual energy dahil energy, di ko alam eh. Last week, tinanong din naman natin mga bakit pag physical energy? This is the third series. First is we talk about the physical energy. Parang wala naman nagsabi sa akin ng physical energy is mga ganun-ganun. Di ba? Wala naman. Pero pag sinabi mong spiritual energy, talagang mystical eh, no? Parang mga Dragon Ball Z, mga mumu, mga multo, mga hindi nakikita. Okay, so, number one, the first part is, ano ba yung energy? Ano ba yung energy? Energy is something that you cannot create and you cannot destroy. Okay, number one, energy is something you cannot create nor you cannot destroy. So this is something that is already there. What you can only do is to transform it in a manner that it can affect and it can be put to use. That's energy. Okay? So in a layman's term, ang energy po, hindi mo pwedeng i-create, hindi mo rin siya pwedeng sirain, pero pwede mo siyang i-transform either for good or for bad use. So, dalawa po yan. So, ang energy po ay existing. So, depende sa gamit mo, it can level up or it can lower down the effect on the person or sa ginagamitan ng energy. So, yung pag-apply po niyan. So, let's not talk about physics, but I'm sure you get what I'm saying. Now, in terms of mental health, okay, the first part, if you look at the quadrant, the first part is always the physical energy, where we talk about physical energy is sustainability. Now, if you are one person that going through some mental challenges or you're taking care of someone into mental challenges, okay, madalas po ano pang ginagawa natin kapag mentally challenged yung tao? Ano pang ginagawa natin? Iniiwasan. Good. Ano pa? Good. Okay, pag iniwasan po natin yung tao, tinatamaan po yung kanyang mental energy because mental energy is all about expression. So pag iniwasan po natin yung tao, hindi po siya makapag-express. Okay, so instead of helping the person, lalo pong lumalala yung tao dahil po walang communication. We talked about it last week, okay? We also talked about last week that when it comes to mental energy and self-expression, most of the time, hindi po natin alam yung tamang timing. Kaya minsan wala naman pong diferensya yung tao. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the person, but it looks like may mali kasi mali yung timing. Okay? When do you say what you have to say? You got it? And sometimes, what is it that you really want to say? Sabi ko nga, you have to look into ano ba talaga yung message mo. Okay? And my typical example last week is that many times you say and you think that you are not being understood because you did not get the approval. Okay? So sabi ni Coach Kay Sabala, I am so proud and happy that our home is still operating. Yehey, yuhu. Okay, thank you for your beautiful and brave heart. Okay? I am not able to do this without the beautiful coaches on floors able to support. Okay? Maraming salamat. Okay, so and I really have to say thank you to my son, okay, Coach Clint, okay, been doing and working hard, okay, hindi na to 24 hours, 48 hours, magsi-72 hours si Coach Clint. So, keep Coach Clint in prayer and Coach Janet also. Okay, so think about it, no? Many times when you express your words, you express yourself, you yourself don't know what is it that you want. Okay, so backdrop po ito. I talked about this last week. Okay, but if you want a full detail of self-expression, go to YouTube, Coach A. Panoorin po ninyo yung edition last week, yung episode namin last week, where I talk in full details the self-expression. But just to give you a picture, how many times you've said something and you feel that the person did not understood you or did not understand what you're saying? Parang you felt misunderstood. Yon. The person did not understand what you were saying and you felt misunderstood. You experience, so, hindi mo naman ako naiintindihan. Okay? Or quite the opposite, tama? Ikaw yung sinabi, hindi yan yung sinabi ko. Nakaka-connect po ba kayo? Alright, so one of that's a very classic thing. Because we don't know, okay, we are not clear with what is it that we want to express. Very common, okay, to us, understanding is equals approval. Pag hindi ka in-approve, hindi ka naintindihan. At kung naintindihan ka, in-approve ka. Hindi po siya totoo. Think about it. You can understand someone's idea, but you can still hold not to approve it.
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Connecting? Okay. But how many times you felt not understood because you did not get an approval? Yes? Alright. And we also talk about the timing when you express your thoughts. Think about it, okay? When somebody tells you something that is heavy, something that requires a lot of thinking, and that was given to you on a time that you are so tired, would you imagine how you would respond? Got it? So, timing, the manner, and all of these things really talks about your expression, self-expression that comprise your mental energy. Week 1, we talk about the physical energy, which is sustainability. Why is it important to have physical activity as your sustainability? Because countless of time when people are mentally challenged or encountering some challenges, do you imagine that we tell them, magdasal ka lang? Aha. Tama po ba? Or makipagbati ka lang kasi sa nanay mo, kay kuya mo para hindi ka na nababaliw. Aha. Or if only I can get back with my boyfriend, okay na ako, hindi na ako depressed.
Wow!
Ang taas po ng paglaban dito. Oo. Have you ever encountered those people? Diba? They felt so depressed. And then yung sasabihin ng ibang tao, alam mo pag nagkabalikan sila, okay na siya. Are you getting this? Can you connect with me? Hindi naman po kayo yon, si Day. Si Day. Ibang tao po yan, hindi po tayo yan. Tama po ba? Ang tanong ko lang, can you connect? And if you're connecting with me, if you have the same experience, maybe you wanna tag a friend in the comment below para mapanood niya ako. Hindi naman, magkaalaman na. Hindi naman ikaw yung nagsabi, si Coach A. So, si Coach A na may kasalanan, at least natulungan natin si friend mo na magising sa katotohanan. Di ba? So, why I am... Bakit ko siya sinasabi? Because, you know, when you talk about mental wellness, mental fitness, hashtag mental fitness, you cannot start with emotion. You cannot start with spiritual. You cannot start even with mental. You start with physical. You need to make sure that the person is taking a movement, is having a movement. Physical energy is the sustainability. So you have to, paano naman magdadasal, hindi nga makabangon sa bed? You're connecting? Paano kakain kung hindi makabangon sa bed? So may nagaganap po ba dyan? Okay po ba tayo? Okay, so, alright. So, we have to start with the physical energy. We have to ensure that there's something in kaya po yung iba, di ba sinasabi nila mag-exercise ka. Sino dito? Mag-exercise ka. Ayan. So, hindi po ako yung kumakanta, si Roch. Si Coach Roch po yan, hindi po ako yan. Okay. Pero mamaya, okay, watch out for Coach Orville and the gang. Okay? Magtuturo po sila ng sayaw. Okay? At alam nyo po na sila yung magtuturo, naka-color-coded po sila ng maroon. Hashtag maroon. So, lahat po ng mga naka-maroon, hintayin nyo mamaya. Okay, so, you kind of... Naghubad tuloy. Okay, so...
Wala na.
You would imagine, okay, a person still on bed and you want that person to get up and do something, or you're expecting that person to perform kung hindi pa siya makabangon sa kama. Tama po ba? Okay, so when you talk about mental fitness, mental health, okay, the first thing is to get the person on mobility. Kailangan pong may physical activity na mag-sustain sa tao. Now, you have to be very patient. If ang kaya lang po ng tao is bumangon, then, clap. Okay? Nakahiga, tapos ang gusto mong gawin, lumabas. It won't work. Okay? So, kung ayaw pong bumangon, ang una po natin gagawin, pabangunin muna natin. Pag nakabangon na po, papaliguin natin. No po? So, it's gonna be like a process. Again, I talk about this in full in the first episode of the series Chicken Soup. So, you can go back to Coach A, okay, channel, YouTube channel, and check for it. Okay? So, then last week, we talked about self-expression, which is the mental energy. And tonight, interesting, let's talk about spiritual energy. Okay? Spiritual energy is talking about, okay, ano pong spiritual? Ito na naman tayo. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng spiritual? Ooh. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng spiritual? Normally, when you talk about spiritual, you're talking about of something that's affecting the human spirit, the human soul, di ba? Ganun po. Opposed to a physical thing, kasi mas madali mga physical activity. So, ito yung hindi nakikita. Pero nararamdaman mo. Okay? We're not gonna be talking about mysticism tonight, and I'm not even talking about religion. So regardless of your religion, but yes, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer of Jesus, but even if you are not a believer of Jesus and you're not a Christian, whatever religion you are, you're welcome to listen. Okay? So, when you talk about spiritual energy, the bottom line, what encapsulates that energy is significance. Significance. So, bakit significance? Okay, think about it. Have you ever felt lonely?
Yes.
Have you ever been into a situation where you experience a deep grip? You're grieving for something, grieving for someone. All right? Iniwan ka, nawala. You lost someone, namatayan ka. Like, you know, I lost my father. So something like that. Grieving. Okay? Have you been to a moment wherein everything's not working? Everything is falling apart. Maybe you feel it this way right now. Okay? Many of us right now in a very difficult position because some of us or many of us is already suffering too much or going through too much even before the COVID-19 happened. Right? So imagine if there's so much happening in your life already, there's so much trouble, there's so much things that's, pressing you before COVID-19, and then COVID-19 happens and you are on community quarantine. May imagine mo kung anong nangyayari sa buhay mo. Right? But what about you just got married, katulad ni Coach Ed? What about naka-honeymoon stage ka pa at ngayon may community quarantine? Mas gusto niya. Okay, are you getting this? So, kainis. Okay. So, you have to understand that our level of emotions right now, okay, I'm not going to talk about the emotional energy, but I'm saying that our level of emotions right now is directly affected also by our conditions before the COVID-19 and the community quarantine happened. So, severely affected if even before the COVID-19, ang dami nang ganap sa buhay mo. Are you getting this? Okay, ngayon talaga si COVID-19 lahat ng may kasalanan, hindi ka nakapagbayad ng utang. Si COVID-19 kasi yan. Oo, di ba? So, lahat na lang talaga. Oo, yung hindi nakabalik si boyfriend, dapat magkakabalikan na kayo, hindi kayo nakapag-meeting. Oo, hindi kayo nakapag-date kasi nga, community quarantine. Ang taas sana ng pag-asa mo, naudlot yung date ninyo. Oo, di ba? So, yung mga ganun ba? But quite the opposite, okay? There's a lot of, may mga third party, okay? Tigil ang third party ngayon. Balik tayo sa ating mga legal nag-asawa. Oo, yan. Buwan, sabi nila.
Sila mag-date dito.
O, pwede daw po kayo mag-date dito. Yung original po, hindi po yung third. Yung original. Okay. Spiritual energy. Have you ever tried when all of these things is happening to you, somebody would just tell you, kulang ka kasi sa dasal. Or magdasal ka lang. Or read the Bible. If you are connecting, drop down a message, give me some emoji, write down there, connecting. Connecting ba kayo?
Yes.
Alam mo kung nagdasal ka, alam mo kung nag-devotion ka, alam mo you read the Bible, hindi ka sana depressed. Are you connecting? Okay, hindi kayo yon, hindi kayo sinabihan yan eh. Narinig lang ninyo. Prayerfully, hindi kayo nagsabi niyan. Pray ka lang. Aba? Pray ka lang, lilipas yan. Yung iba naman, wala ka kasing relasyon sa Diyos. Have a relationship with Jesus. Or, tanggapin mo lang ang Panginoon sa buhay mo. Are you getting this? Okay, so narinig naman nyo tong comment na to. Tama? Narinig nyo naman tong mga ganitong situations. Now, a lot of people, yung kliyente ko nagre-react talaga, a lot of people I work with would always tell me, whenever they see this, because I normally when I work with a client, I explain with the client how the process would be. And the moment they see the spiritual energy, nagwawala, sinasabi sa akin, yung pastor ko, yun ang sinabi sa akin, yung church leader ko, kalma po, kalma. Alright? And o kaya, yung iba sasabihin sa akin, Coach, wag mo akong pagbasahin ng Bible. O kaya, yung iba, Coach, nagbabasa ako. Coach, nag-meditate ako. Ay, saglit po, hindi po yan ang pinag-uusapan natin. That's now we're gonna be talking about the spiritual energy. When you talk about spiritual energy, no matter what religion you belong to right now, whatever denominations you are part of, when you talk about spiritual energy, we're talking about your significance. We're talking about how significant you feel, okay, right now in the church that you belong, and what significance you bring in this world. How significant are you, okay, that you can be significant in the space that you operate. Let me repeat that. How significant you feel, how significant you are, that you can be significant in the space that you operate. Ang laki po kasi ng problema that you always want to feel significant in the church. You always want to feel significant in the religious activity, but you don't feel significant yourself. Are you getting this? Whatever meditations you do, okay, how many chapters of the Bible you read, if you don't feel significant enough, okay, you will not feel the significance of being part of a church group. Okay? So, significant. So now you ask, what makes a person feel significant? Okay, what will make the person feel significant? Significant enough to make a significant presence in a church. Have you ever thought sa church, ang daming taong nagvo-volunteer, ang dami lahat ginagawa, pero feeling pa rin niya talunan siya? Come on now. Okay? And have you ever seen people who are mentally challenged, pagpunta nila sa church, ang dami nilang dasal, ang dami nilang submission, ang dami nilang lahat na nagpabaptize na sila, and they still cannot get in the flow. Okay. So, balik po tayo sa question, would you feel significant? What would make you feel significant? Okay, ang daming sinusulat, so I just read that now. Okay, Kevin, super lonely, especially when my father died last year. I felt so alone, I see everything that I do fell apart. Tama yan. It was a tough period because my life is full stop. Back now, that's Coach Kevin, tama ba?
Si Kevin Mariago.
Si Kevin Madriago. Hi Kevin, how are you? Okay. Di ba, yung full stop siya. So, yung case ni Kevin, namatay yung father niya, nag-stop lahat. You feel that, di ba? And then sabihin sa yung, magdasal ka lang. What would you feel? Will it work? Ayan, bilang hawak. Tama po ba? So, it will work, right? It will work. So, where would spiritual energy now flow? How would the spiritual energy flow right now? Because understanding that spiritual energy is part of the whole dynamics of being seen. Alright? How do we bring in right now the spiritual energy, considering that it's not just about prayer? Okay? So, my question is, what makes a person significant, and how would you make the person feel the significant? Being significant. I mean, kayo, paano mo ba alam na significant ka? Yes? Paano, Coach Ed?
Si Coach Ben kasi nagbinubulo.
Ano daw po? Ano daw? Oo. Ano po ang significance? Okay, Papa, how do you feel you're significant? What makes you feel significant?
Values time, saka yun siguro yung ultimate sa akin. If the person gives you the luxury of time.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay. I have three things. Okay, I have three things. Okay. Three things that really make a person feel significant. Okay? Is time, money, love.
Yun.
Time, money, love. Time, money, love. Now, let's zoom in. When you go to church, when you attend a religious activity, or you become a member of a spiritual community, okay, or a community that uplift or uphold your values, okay. Kevin, I started praying and reading my previous notes from DCAP. Kevin, we missed you. I hope to see you very soon. Okay, I hope you get back very soon. Okay. Whatever it is, so I'm not only talking about church, but wherever you're finding your spiritual connection. Okay. Take a look at time, money, and love. Okay? So, zoom in po tayo sa tatlo. Number 1, is it worth your time to be part of that organization? Is it worth your time to see that this group can make a difference in you? Baliktaran po siya. And Coach Candy kanina was talking about values. No? Because it's not being comfortable being part of a religious group or being part of a spiritual community. You become part of it and you feel you're part of it if it nurtures your values. It not nurtures your values. Now, what is commonly challenging if you are talking about mental health is that when a person start attending a community or a group, okay, that supposedly upholds their spirituality, okay, normally the group looks down to the person with mental challenges. Are you getting this? Okay? So it's like I'm going there and I am the patient or I am the one mentally challenged. I'm attending that group and I'm giving my time, which is very difficult to do, okay? And my question in my mind, all right, is do I feel that I am worth their time? Or I am just by the way in that group? Okay? Because only then, okay, Gerald, hello, how are you? You're still in Thailand, tama ba? How are you? How's Thailand doing right now? Kumusta po ang COVID dyan sa Thailand, Gerald? Can you just give us a message and a comment in there? Okay? So, are you getting this?
Yeah.
For the spiritual energy to flow, when a person who's mentally challenged goes to a gathering, to a group, they're supposed to uphold that values. Alright? You don't go to a spiritual gathering or to any group if it doesn't uphold your value. Diba? Kaya ka nasa isang religious group, nasa isang spiritual community because they uphold your value. You get me? So, you will go there, gonna give your time because you're believing that they will also give their time back to you. But most of the time, when you attend this group and they know that you are mentally challenged, you don't really get the best of their time. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Lata. O, sakit ng term ng kliyente ko. Lata. Ibig sabihin, they give you not the best of the time, they give you what is tira, leftover. Ouch. But do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, think about it in a typical setting. Somebody comes in, mentally challenged, do they get the priority? Do they get the priority attention? Do they get the priority seat? Do they get like really the VIP attention? I mean, let's be very honest. I'm sure you would agree with me that they don't, right? Right? They don't. So that's where we are being challenged to breathe spiritual energy for mentally challenged people. Because in their mind, their need at that moment in time, their condition, their mental conditions requires that they see the value of time given to them. Hence, many people that would come for coaching immediately recovers or there's a chance of the higher chance, okay, of recovering fast because a life coach would always dedicate time. You know, just imagine your life coach sitting in front of you for 1 hour. We should normally get somewhere else, right? So much so, if your life coach, okay, your service provider is of the same faith, of the same core values, right? Of the same spirituality, then you can easily connect. Although it is not mandatory, I have a client who's a Buddhist, okay? I work with a client who's an Iglesia ni Cristo and I'm a Christian. As long as you uphold their core values, what they believe on, you will be able to help them. So if you are, I would like to say service provider, if you are somebody from the spiritual group, you need to understand that when you talk about spiritual energy, you talk about the priority in terms of time. How significant can they feel that they are worth the priority lane? How significant can they feel because you have given them the best of the time? And they're not just the by the way. Because in their mind, in their position, when they go to church, they're giving their best time. Yeah. Because it's difficult for them to go out, it's difficult for them to express, it's difficult for them to trust. So the moment they get into the church, that's the best of their time. They're getting this. So if they don't get it, that's where the rip starts. Getting this?
Yes.
Let's talk about money. Okay, let's talk about money. Second, so you talk about time, money, and love. Okay, gitna po natin yung money. Okay? most of the time, when a person is suffering from mental challenges, money would always be an issue. Yes? So, do I give it to my doctor? Do I give it to a coach? Where do I allocate the finances? Right? Now, money becomes a sensitive issue because not a lot of mentally challenged people is also getting a support from their family to get help. Correct? Okay. Now here's the thing. How many religious organizations can they attend and they will not hear about money? Barely. Yes? All churches, when you attend, there's a tithes offering. All churches, when you attend, merong offertory. All churches, when you go, there is a need for money. I'm talking about in their mind, okay? I'm talking about mentally challenged people, and now we can navigate through their spiritual energy. There's the value of money to them. So in their mind, what money can I give? What money can I share if I don't even get necessary help for my medication? Now, here's another portion of that. Okay? We say, God will provide.
Yes.
Tama po ba?
Yes.
Okay lang, kain tayo. Masarap yan. Okay? God will provide. Am I correct? Okay. What about that person attending the church? Or that group? And you told that person, and that person is not getting the need they have to get medical help or professional help for their mental illness. Ano, coach? Wala talaga. Kaya malaki yung value ng pera sa kanila. Because the very reason they're not getting enough help is because nobody would finance their treatment. Would you agree with me? Yeah. From time to money, valuable sa kanila yun. Now, so paano yung dumating sa spiritual energy? Saan sila pwedeng pumunta na walang bayad? That's the question. Yeah. And typically, you feel, walang bayad dapat yung church, right? In their mind. And then pagdating nila doon, they hear all of these things. Are you connecting with me? So pagdating nila doon, you're talking about significance. Am I significant in this place? Sisingilin ako. It's in their mind. Okay, remember, I'm coming from a perspective of mental health. I'm talking about a mentally challenged person. I'm doing this so you understand how they're thinking. Why money is valuable. So they kind of feel, if I am significant, I need to receive that first, right? I need to feel that. But there's nothing I can pay for that significance. So where would I go? Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. Why money play a big, big part. And of course, finally, love. How do you define love? How do you define love is different the way a mentally challenged person defines love. Okay. What is love, Coach Candy?
In my experience, love.
Yeah, during the time, what is love to you? When you go to, a church and all, how do you feel that you're loved?
It's combination na siya ng time that you spend and the understanding. And even, kasi for people who suffering from mental challenges, their responses are out of their control, and the way that they receive love is, even if they were able to respond like that, the person still understands and still accepts it.
Unconditional acceptance. Okay. So what is love? Love that is unconditional, and what is unconditional? Knowing the conditions and surpassing the conditions. Knowing the conditions and surpassing the conditions. The conditions would be you attend church. The conditions you become part of the group. The condition is you do this. The condition is you do that. The condition is you read the Bible. Everything else, if I don't do that, will you still accept me? That's in their head. But most of the time, they are forced to go through routines. They are forced to go through the legalities that's in their mind, or they are forced to be part of a group, or they are forced to do something that is not customary to them. Are we connecting, Coach Candy Teng?
Oh, yes.
Okay? So, to encapsulate, you cannot allow the energy, the spiritual energy will only flow when the person feels that she or he is significant enough, and going and being part of something spiritual will help to boost that significance in her life. That's where the energy starts to flow. But most of the time, they feel, okay, that going to or being part of a religious activity or a spiritual community is just a customary, routinary thing and a default thing, and they feel less important even more when they start doing it. That's a common feeling that they're getting. They are not significant enough. Okay? And because they cannot feel they're significant enough, they cannot see also the significance of being part of any spiritual activity or spiritual group. They need to feel they are significant for them to see the significance of the spiritual community. Only then will the energy flow. Only then when they will be willing to communicate, cooperate, and of course, if there is no cooperation, if there is no interactions, wala din pong energy flow. Correct? Okay? So when you talk about spiritual energy, you're not talking about them reading the Bible. Because many of them would read the Bible and feel rejected. And they will stop going to church. Some of them really get the big blow when you tell them, mag-pray ka lang. And I have one client, ang sabi niya sa akin, Coach, nagdadasal ako. Kilala ko si God, nag-uusap kami ni God, ang dami-dami ko sinusulat sa journal ko, but why would the pastor tells me hindi ako nagdadasal? Right? I've heard that over and over again. Coach, nagpe-pray ako, marunong ako mag-pray. Okay? Pag Catholic, sinasabi, Coach, marunong ako mag-rosaryo, marunong ako mag-novena. Ay, ayan. Ito pa, the mere fact na buhay ako, nagdadasal ako. May nagko-connect. In a coaching-based intervention program, when we handle the spiritual energy, what we bring to the table is that you as a person is significant enough. You as a person is significant enough. And that significance can only be shared in a community. So that's what I will say. You are already significant. But that will be amplified. That will be magnified if you share it in a community. Because you need someone to bring it back to you. Somebody to mirror that to you. Somebody to express that to you. So you cannot feel that significance if you are alone. You cannot feel significant if you are isolated. So that's how I bring it to the table. Come to be part of a community, be part of a spiritual community. Why spiritual community and not other community? Because in a spiritual community, your values are upholded. That's the difference. You can be part of any community, you can be part of any membership club, you can do anything. But spiritual community upholds your core values, upholds what's valuable to you. And that would amplify, that would magnify, that would increase your level of significance. That's the very reason why you need to be part, okay, why it gives you value to be part of a spiritual community. We don't talk about you need God. No, we don't. Because that would not make any sense to them. Trust me, it won't. Sometimes they tell you, alam ko na yan. Yeah, no, I know that. I heard that. Ang dami na nagsabi niyan sa akin, Coach. So we don't see that. Okay? So I hope you're getting this, that we're coming from a perspective of allowing the person to see that they are significant enough to be part of a community that will amplify, magnify even more they're being significant because they're able to see it in a greater perspective, in a bigger space, where there are also people who would give them back that. How could you amplify your own significance kung mag-isa ka and you're isolating yourself? I mean, it's the same thing that you know the Bible cover to cover from Genesis to Revelations and you're not communicating with anyone. How could you be significant enough? Okay. The things that we read in the Bible, the Word of God can only be significant if we share it with other people. Coach Eunice, so on the point time, okay, aspect, cause I experience it myself. Yes, Coach Eunice, I'm sure you're getting me. Thank you. Coach Eunice, we miss you on floor. Be safe, stay safe. Okay? So you may have everything in your armory. But if you're not able to share it with someone and anyone is responding back to you, that would not be amplified and you will not be able to feel or experience that significance. Are you getting this? So, and most of the time, depression or mental sanity, when challenged, the first response is isolation. Isolation. So we want the person come out of the shell, come out of the isolation and be part of a spiritual group because that is where their values will be upholded. And yet, when time, money, and love is compromised, they will just pull back and go back to their own isolated space. Yeah. Every person who's mentally challenged find comfort in isolation. Coach Kay Sabala said, God is unconditional love. I reconnect with my faith because my Dika family loved and accepted me unconditionally. That's right. Let me repeat that. Every mentally challenged person find comfort in the space of isolation. But we know that healing begins when they step out of that isolation. And the best space for them is a spiritual space because the spiritual space upholds their value. Unfortunately, when time, money, and love is compromised in that spiritual space, they have no choice but to pull back to their space of isolation. And of course, when they go back and pull back to their space of isolation, the spiritual energy will not flow. Like any other form of energy, Coach Faye said, you're staying in a community where your values are not questioned but understood in a space of respect and universal love. Coach Faye is a Muslim. So thank you so much for sharing that thoughts. Yeah, I had a very good conversation with Coach Faye and her husband. It was such a beautiful conversation between a Christian and a Muslim. One of the most memorable discussions I had with them. I thank you. Habi sent me something, Coach Faye. So thank you so much. Tell Habi, thank you. To all the people out there who profess faith and share our own respective core beliefs, faith beliefs, it doesn't make anything, like it doesn't speak volume or it doesn't do anything to someone until they feel significant enough in our space. They need space. And the choice is an isolated space or a space where their core values will be upholding. And I would always say, if they cannot be upholded in this area, isolation is better than for them to be somewhere else. So I want to challenge everyone in there, in the spiritual space, with spiritual community, with spiritual family. How do you treat, how do you respond to people with mental challenges? Can you make them feel significant enough so they will start feeling that the space that you offer have a significance in their lives? Can you make them feel significant enough that they are worthy of your time, they're worthy of your attention, they're worthy of your money, they're worthy of your love beyond the condition of their mental sanity? Can you make them feel significant enough that even at their worst, they are worthy of something? And the space can be offered to them. Can you make them significant enough that even they cannot offer anything, you will offer them the unconditional love that you profess? Can you make them feel significant enough that without money, without any time they can give on their service, whatever it is, the space will be open because they're significant enough to make your space amplified with love, beauty, joy that only your space can provide? If you can answer yes, then I thank you because you're helping a lot of people remain sane. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.